Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of SouthGeek News. I am Donovan.
I am Ben.
And I'm Samuel.
All right, guys. Do I even need to ask you, either one of you, what y'all been doing for the last 2 weeks?
I've been baffled by a cash drawer that has to connect to the local network.
Oh God, that sounds horrific.
I've got to run another drop to the front counter. There's a cash drawer can connect to the LAN. There's no other interface to it.
Yeah. When you sent me the link, I looked it up and I looked at that and I was like,
it is nutty.
I've never seen one of those before.
I just thought they had changed to an RJ45 for the trigger.
Yeah.
No. It's Ethernet. It's got a MAC address and everything.
So it's going to get an IP address.
Yeah.
How does it interface with the rest of the point of sale?
I think the software knows
just detects
what it's doing. I detects it. Yeah. Sends a trigger. But it should better be wired and 100% on.
No wireless bridge.
No.
I wouldn't do that either.
No, it's only a couple hours on the ladder.
Oh, God. Suspended ceiling.
No ceiling. Steel building. It's just the
rafters, the steel.
The rafters up there. And it's the existing cable is run between the insulation and the beams.
Mm.
Yeah, it'll be simple.
And then it's going to drop down, or you got a column?
Down, they've got a pole.
A pole to come down. Yeah.
I'm going to run 2 drops because
of course
while I'm out there.
Do you have any Siamese cable?
No, I just have 2 boxes.
Yeah. Man, I tell you, the Siamese cable, that's all we used to buy at CityNet. And I
never considered it, but I might now.
Yeah, because that way just put, and it's on a spool.
Yeah.
So you just like run a broom handle through it or whatever, and you can just pull one and you get 2 drops.
Yeah.
And it's like, matter of fact, I think I actually have a partial reel in there of Siamese. If you'll remind me before you leave, if there's enough in there, I'll let you have it because, it's now.
If it's long enough, I might just run that.
I think it's Cat 5A. So it's not Cat 6. Or Cat 5E. It's not Cat 6.
The existing cabling and patch panel is Cat 5E.
Okay.
So
right.
I
don't know how much is left.
Might just strike a deal.
All right. What about you, Sam?
I actually had a thing happen maybe a couple of hours before this happened. I had occasionally there'll be a board game Kickstarter that I'll throw money into and get a specific board game and stuff like that. So Steve Jackson Games, the people that make the card game Munchkin. I don't know if either of you have heard of it.
Nope.
But they had a big box. It's essentially you want to put every expansion and everything of this game in one box. We got the solution for you. And a lot of game companies that have like all these expansions to their board games are starting to do these big boxes now. I got one for Gloom, I think last year and stuff like that. But Munchkin is essentially, it may be the silliest card game that I know in my life, because essentially you are going through a dungeon, but all of the cards and stuff are pop culture references. Mm-hmm. So you've got a character. It's a really simple mechanic where you have a base character that you just start with that doesn't have any stats or anything, and you're level 1. And then you add cards to your character that is like gear and stuff like that, and that levels you up. And then if you run into a monster in the dungeon, then is your level higher than the monster? Congratulations, you win. And it's that easy. There's no fancy schmancy mechanics to learn or anything like that. The crazy part, though, is that you can sometimes wheel and deal in this game, because there are cards where you go, oh, I could make this monster a higher level, or if me and you have a deal, I could always give you that boost instead. So it starts becoming things like that and everything. So yeah, it's hilarious, the stuff that goes on in this game. Like the artist, they did a mini expansion, for instance, where the artist occasionally would throw a duck in the game, and people started noticing. They were like, is he obsessed with ducks? And everyone noticed enough to where they just made a mini expansion of just duck cards. Like this. So this is the kind of, essentially think, what if Warner Brothers did a dungeon crawler, and you're pretty much hitting the idea of what Munchkin is. So I will send you a picture of it so you can put it in the show notes or whatever. I took it specifically for that. But essentially, I spent a couple of hours filing away cards only to discover, oh, I still do not have a complete set. I have a goal now. It's mostly mini expansions that I don't have, to be fair. I've got like the meat of the whole thing, but they gave you dividers for the box for any expansion that exists almost. So it's like they allowed you to sort it and everything. So that's, I suspect that when my birthday rolls around, I'm going to be getting some new sets of cards. So... But yeah, so that's the big thing for me. That, and I have been reading a book. I know a lot of the stuff in the book already from his podcast, You Are Not So Smart. But a guy named David McRaney wrote a book called How Minds Change. And it's essentially the science of persuading people. And I'll give you a hint. Piling a bunch of facts on top of a person does not do it.
Oh, I know that.
So anyone that tries to do that, screw that. It does not work. In fact, it usually locks in things more. Instead, little spoiler for the book. Instead, you have to, I don't know, have an actual decent conversation with someone and actually talk to them like they're a human being instead of going, you're an evil human being that needs to be changed immediately. You know, for some reason, if you're nice, it works. Who knew? But anyway, I'll get off that soapbox now.
It's the same idea behind street epistemology. It's the same idea.
Well, deep canvassing is one of the things that he pulled from, essentially. And that was that's a method that was there, like in the first chapter and everything. And then he goes back to it later. But yeah, I think if anyone like is persuasive or anything in like a profession, or they even care about, like, I'm going to use the buzzword social justice issues or things like that, they need to read this book. It is a required reading as far as I'm concerned. Because we do too many of the things that are don't do's in that book, essentially. And I think everyone could, learn from it. So that's a plug for How Minds Change. I'll send you a link, Donovan. That way you can put that in the show notes too. But those are essentially the two big things that happened for me was board game nerdery. And I'm also nerding out about the science of people being persuaded. So just a bunch of nerd all around.
Yeah, I don't know exactly when it became a big thing, but in the atheist community, especially when someone deconverts, and even Seth Andrews has talked about this in his early years, where you get this newfound sense of purpose and ego that now I've got to go out and remove the blinders from all these other people that are following all this false doctrine. And you start just lambasting them with facts after facts after facts, and it doesn't do anything. So then street epistemology came along, and it basically is you engage with people on the street, but instead of hitting them with facts, you strike up conversations.
Yep.
And find out what it is they believe, why they believe what they believe. And usually they'll either walk away with some things to think about, or they're so hardened in their faith that they just don't give a shit and they're going to never change anyway. And so that's the idea of street epistemology.
It was good enough for Grandpa. It was good enough for me.
Exactly. It's like my grandpappy told me. But it's cool. I mean, even I recognize, and I mean, I know that I can be very brash on certain things. And there are just some things I will not come off of because I am convinced 100% that I am right. And until someone can prove me wrong, I will continue to say that. But I am humble enough that whenever I can be shown that I am not entirely right, I'll accept it. That hasn't happened yet. No, I'm kidding. But I mean, I've learned, I've mellowed enough over years that it is about the conversations. There's just certain things in the political climate right now. No amount of conversations is going to fix what's wrong. So, there's just that.
That's where other things come in that thing. So Like, that was just one example.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
to
yeah.
make it clear, I was not aiming bullets, just in case anyone thought I was not. Like, there was
Don't
no
worry.
one in particular
I
I
got
was
it.
shooting at.
I always wear my bulletproof vest when I do this show, especially if I know you're on, Sam.
Fair.
Well, honestly, the only thing that's really, it's not even something that's really happened. You picked me up from dropping off the Explorer last Tuesday.
Yeah.
They may have gotten to it today.
That checks out.
Yeah. And apparently they're just backlogged or something. But I contacted my guy and I was like, hey, any word? He goes, I think it's next in line. I'm like, okay. So,
Yeah.
but
You don't want to rush those things.
no. I mean, if it was just, and I've already talked about it, I think previously, but the biggest thing is the transmission to see if they can figure that out. But, and Sam showed us the box of cards.
Ah,
cool. But anyway, it's been kind of quiet. I kind of like that.
Yeah. Don't jinx it.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I did have to work on a Wi-Fi issue on a laptop yesterday, and you may have run into this before. I don't know. I'm pretty sure the radio is bad in it, and it's out of warranty. So, of course, the workaround is just a USB Wi-Fi adapter. But I mean, I fully updated everything. Went to HP's site. I even let it do hey, we're going to scan. It installs its own little software.
Yeah.
Let it scan. Here's all the crap. Even did a BIOS upgrade, all of that. And no matter what you did with the internal, when it would see the network, but as soon as you'd hit connect, it'd spin for a few seconds. It says, we can't connect to this network. Now, in the past, I've been able to fix this problem at another client by adding a different SSID. Like if the ID was ABC, I'd say ABC backup. Same password and everything. It would connect to the backup, but it wouldn't connect to the primary. I tried this one like that. So finally, after 2 hours of sitting there working on this thing, I said, this TP-Link adapter that y'all got, just use it. It works great.
Yeah.
And they were like, okay. I said, now, this is the one, it's like an AC600. It's got the long antenna.
Yeah.
I said, my only concern here is if y'all aren't careful, you're going to break this thing. And they said, well, we're going to put it on a card anyway. I said, well, TP-Link makes one that's a smaller dongle. It's actually Wi-Fi 6. This one's not. But if you decide that you want to go that route, it's peanuts.
Yeah.
So they're like, okay, what are you doing over there?
Untangling the cord.
The cord. Okay. So this one, first story we're going to start off with, actually affects our great state of Georgia.
Somehow,
yes. In case you didn't know, Ben and I are in Georgia. Sam is in Kentucky.
Yep.
Yeehaw! No.
Yeah, like you have any room to yeehaw.
Hey, we don't have anything in Georgia called the hollers, all right?
But we do have the South Georgia wave. It has begun.
Okay, that's true. Okay, so this is actually from the Channel 13, WMAZ.com website. Channel 13 is a CBS affiliate out of Macon, Georgia. So Georgia's new social media law, House Bill 351, is set to take effect on July 1st, 2025, introducing significant changes to how minors can access social media platforms. The legislation comes at a time when studies show 40% of children ages 8 through 12 and 90% of teens ages 13 through 17 are using social media regularly. So this is what it includes. Social media platforms must verify users' ages and require parental consent for children under 16 to create or maintain accounts. The law also bans social media use in schools and prohibits platforms from collecting data or targeting advertisements to minors. I love how this statement right here is just kind of a toss-in. For adult content, like this has anything to do with schools, but for adult content, users will need to verify their age through driver's license, though platforms cannot retain this personal information. I can tell you exactly what's going to happen. Pornhub is going to cut Georgia off like they've done every other state.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep. And then I fire up the VPN and I still get to rub one out. So I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Just at a slower rate.
Yeah, at a slower rate.
At a medium pace.
Medium pace because, I might have to bounce it through a couple of different onion router here. No. Anyway. However, the law faces several challenges and concerns. Professor Jonathan Yerby of Mercer University points out that tech-savvy children may find ways around these restrictions, and implementation in schools could create technical challenges for teachers. I can tell you that.
True.
I tried to lock down this network whenever the boys, as Oriana didn't really care about trying to get around any of this stuff. The boys, they figured out quickly how to circumvent.
Yeah, it's useless.
And I was like, whatever, I just,
I don't employ any filters at home. I have one boy. He's a good boy. That's all I know. He's
I'm sorry. So you're not like Mike Johnson and his son, and y'all do the porn check-in?
No.
Okay.
No.
I'm sorry. I just had to do that.
I remember being 15.
Yeah. Me too.
I'm going to let him be 15.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The only thing that pops in my head is that meme. Are you winning, son? Now I hate myself. Anyway, moving on.
All right. Additionally, the law already faces legal challenges, with NetChoice filing a federal lawsuit arguing the law unconstitutionally restricts access to protected online expression. The legislation sponsor, Senator John F. Kennedy, and I was like, wait a minute.
Whoa.
We have a John F. Kennedy here in Georgia.
You have a John F. Kennedy, and you could tell I was waiting for this bit, didn't you? I just shot it like a shotgun. You have a John F. Kennedy in Georgia as a senator?
I don't know. He might be a senator, but I'm not sure he's a senator from.
He has to be. John F. Kennedy.
What? We have 2 senators.
I'll admit, when I was reading earlier, I opened the actual article because I went, did the AI lose its freaking mind on this one?
Hey, trust me, whenever I saw it, I doubled back after it summarized it. I doubled back, pulled the article up and scanned it, and I went, oh shit, it really is. And yes.
Yeah, same.
It's a state senator, Senator John F. Kennedy, Senate District 18.
Huh.
So,
okay. We have to protect these children from all of the social media, and I'm the man to do
it. Don't ask what your social media
can do for you.
Ask what you can do for your social media. Okay. All right. Let's. Shit. I lost my place. Okay, so Senator John F. Kennedy describes the law as a first step in protecting children online, particularly targeting issues like cyberbullying, classroom distractions, and absenteeism. However, experts note that a similar law in Arkansas was recently ruled unconstitutional on First and 14th Amendment grounds. And while the law attempts to address legitimate concerns about children's online safety, experts emphasize the parental involvement remains the most effective approach to managing children's social media use. The law's implementation and potential legal challenges will likely shape its ultimate impact on Georgia's social media landscape. All right, so I'm going to ask, well, you've already pretty much answered it, but of the 3 of us, you're the only one that has a son or a child that falls into this age.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
I give a shit.
You don't give a shit.
No, my son in particular isn't that social.
Okay.
He has his few friends at school.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure he has a Facebook account. I think he has an Instagram account, so he probably has Facebook, but he never talks about it.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I look at him and he's on his phone, he's playing a game.
Okay.
Some kind of silly game. No, and he's got straight A's. So no, I don't care.
So
I mean, this is a step towards what needs to happen, but at the last paragraph of this summary, experts emphasize that parental involvement remains the most effective approach. It's the only approach.
It is. It is. I mean, it's the whole idea about the school systems. It's like you send your children there to be taught, but you still have to do some of the parental involvement at home. You don't just okay. You're not sending them to a job.
Yeah.
You know,
if he's a shithead, it's not the school's fault.
No, exactly. Exactly. Sam, from a I guess from a child psychology counselor aspect, and of course you're not dispensing any kind of medical stuff here, but
Thank you for giving me the asterisk before I had to give it.
what are your thoughts on the social media landscape as far as the kids? Is this something we need to be worried about? Is this a step in the right direction, or are they just completely going at it bass backwards?
I'm going to be completely honest. If I had known about this thing sooner, I probably would have cracked open the school library and literally looked through actual research articles. Like I would have gone ham on this one if I had known, but literally this was just something that was in the document today. So, but if my memory serves me right, as a as a commentator on as the chairman on the Japan version of Iron Chef once said, I believe there have been studies looking into this sort of thing, and definitely the earlier you are, the more of an impact it can have. There's definitely been things about literally affecting your attention span, and all sorts of things like that, like devices just shattering things, essentially, if you're going metaphorically. So yeah, there's definitely effects. Let's put it that way. And usually social media networks go for 13 for a reason. That's usually, I mean, here's the thing. Your brain doesn't fully form until you're 25 anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So there's a lot of influence that these different things have, because there's always been the argument of, is development a thing that is genetic, or is it a thing that is influence? And essentially what a lot of people, although we still love arguing because we argue in this profession so much and you guys don't even want to hear about it. But let's just say we argue a lot. But essentially think of it as both. So genetics, yes, but also influence, yes. But both of those things are part of the development process. And things like this can totally have effects. Things like depression and stuff like that come because if you've got a kid that doesn't understand that, most of these things, unless you're an insane person like I am, most of these things only present the positive aspects of this person's life. And they're having just as many struggles as you are. They're just not sharing it.
Mm-hmm.
And that, to Ben's point, is part of the parent thing. The kid needs to understand that. And if they are taught these things properly, then that can help. So it's one of those things where I can't quote you any figures or specific facts, but I do know that there has been a lot of research that has looked into this sort of thing. And it goes, no, if you're young, this stuff can make a difference. So yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, look at the issue that they've talked about for years now about how young girls are getting messed up because they see, especially on Instagram, they see all of these beautiful younger girls and even older girls, but not necessarily like women, but like 16, 17, and 18-year-old. And they want to be able to look like them, but yet they can't.
Yeah.
And they get depressed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then the next thing you know, they're committing suicide.
Yeah.
And so who's at that point, and that we could get into a long drawn out discussion on that.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, who's responsible for that?
It's funny. Well, not funny, but it's an interesting graph I saw years ago. The reports of like preteen girl and teenage girl self-harm began to trend upward in 2011 and kind of rose from there. I don't know if it's still high, but you know what happened in 2011? At the same time.
Is that when Facebook went like...
Facebook went mobile.
Went mobile.
We were carrying all of our comparisons in our pocket.
Yeah. That it's not in here, but that also connects to the fact that our governor has signed a new law into effect that tablets, cell phones, and smartwatches are banned in the school system in Georgia from grades K through 8, effective, I think, July this year, or might be next year. But anyway.
Why stop at smartphones?
Well, he did. He said smartphones, tablets.
No, you could, but I can carry a flip phone.
Any device. Let me clarify. No phones. No phones.
I agree with that.
That does not. I mean, if you have to have something that's a medical necessity,
yeah,
you're okay with that.
Right.
Some other things that might be necessary, but of course, the Chromebooks and all of that kind of stuff. Anything that is given to you by the school for your schoolwork is okay.
Yeah.
But they're not even doing the pouch thing where the teachers have to keep up with it.
Yeah, you just can't have it.
You just can't have it.
You can't get on the bus with it.
Yeah. And he's saying if school systems from grades 9 through 12 want to implement it, they're more than welcome to do it, but it's not part of the law. But it gives them an out to be able to do it. And I'm like, yeah. We got through school perfectly okay without a damn cell phone.
Be home at dark.
Yeah.
So, be home at dark.
Home at dark.
So they don't need it. And this argument of, but with school shooters and blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry. No, that doesn't hold water with me. It's tragedy. I get where you're coming from, but no, just no. So I don't know. This social media thing, though, I don't think it's going to happen. And the reason why is if it's already fallen in Arkansas, it's unconstitutional in Arkansas. It's going to be unconstitutional here in Georgia.
This is going to take at least 2 generations to figure out.
True. By then, we won't have social media.
We will. It'll be implants.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be in your brain.
It'll be it'll be that episode of Black Mirror.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
Mm-hmm. Or we'll just be fighting with sticks.
And
rocks. Exactly. We were actually talking about that the other day. I looked it up to verify that it's always attributed to, and they can't say with 100% certainty, but it is attributed to Einstein. It's like, I don't know what World War III will be fought with, but I know World War IV will be fought with rocks and sticks, basically. All right, Move on. All right, so this article is from The Verge. Apple turned pop songs into lo-fi beats to work, study, and sleep. Do any of y'all listen to like the Lo-Fi Girl and all of that? Any of those things on YouTube?
No. Spotify, I found a station or a playlist of binaural beats.
Yeah.
But I haven't studied on which ones are for what.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So Apple has partnered with Universal Music Group, UMG, to launch a new collection called Sound Therapy on Apple Music. This innovative project transforms popular songs into instrumental and reimagined versions designed to enhance focus, relaxation, and sleep. The collection is divided into 3 main categories: focus, relax, and sleep, featuring extended versions of songs from artists like Imagine Dragons, Katy Perry, and Casey Musgraves. The tracks incorporate specific audio elements such as auditory beats and colored noise to promote particular brain responses. For example, gamma waves and white noise are used for focus, theta waves for relaxation, and delta waves and pink noise for sleep enhancement. As part of this initiative, Apple has created versions like a dreamy remix of Katy Perry's Double Rainbow for sleep assistance and modified Imagine Dragon tracks for productivity. The service complements Apple's existing offerings, including a dedicated radio station for chill music and an ambient music tool with specialized playlists for various purposes like sleep, productivity, and well-being. This move represents Apple's entry into the popular lo-fi music space, previously dominated by channels like Lo-Fi Girl, and demonstrates the company's commitment to expanding its music service beyond traditional streaming offerings into wellness and productivity applications. My only gripe about that last one is previously dominated. No, Lo-Fi Girl still dominates. There's a lot of other ones out there.
I'll have to look her up.
And there's multiple channels of Lo-Fi Girl. So
I'll have to look it up right now so I won't forget.
Yeah, look it up right now. So I didn't give you a chance to answer, Sam, so apologies. But do you listen to anything like that on YouTube, like Lo-Fi Girl or any kind of relaxation or meditative productivity music?
I did experiment with that a little bit this semester because I essentially was building a productivity with my homework and everything sort of flow, essentially. So part of it was me, let's try this lo-fi music and see if it works. And I like it. I've got a playlist that was put together specifically by the application that I use to do that. So they were like cognizant enough to go, okay, if you're using an application like this, you may be interested in lo-fi music. So we'll make you a playlist. Why not? That'd be fun. You know, there's these indie software developers essentially instead of one of the big boys. I think it's like a several person team that builds this thing. So that was a neat community thing for them to do. But yeah, so I tried that out and everything, and I like it. It's always to where I am very specifically, I can't listen to music that has lyrics. If I have any lyrics in it whatsoever, I'm instantly gone.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't work. But thankfully seems like most of this genre and stuff doesn't have lyrics. You know, I don't know. I might be distracted by this kind of thing because considering it's existing songs rather than songs that are built specifically for this, I would start getting amused by it's a version of this song, you know, and stuff like that. And that would distract me instead of me actually being able to do that. I mean, I'd love to, if I had Apple Music, I would probably try it out just as a curiosity, but I don't. I'm on a Spotify person. So, yeah.
I have neither one.
Yeah. So I don't know how to send you songs.
Well, I see every time you play it.
That's just because it's tied.
It's tied to Discord. Yeah. But I don't. I have a Spotify account. I do not have a paid Spotify account. Now, don't ask me what email address or whatever it is, because I can't remember. I'll have to go look in my password manager. Years ago, I did pay for it because I was driving back and forth between here and Fitzgerald for work. And so it was good to have the phone synced up to that shitty Microsoft Sync in the Focus and be able to.
Exactly why I have it.
Yeah. And be able to listen to it. But, you know, I'm in here most of the time.
Yeah.
And I love Suicide Sheep. That is and there's a particular compilation that's 4 hours long. It's the greatest hits from 2019 that I listen to at least twice a week. And it usually takes me about 2 days to get through the whole thing because when I walk out, I'll stop it. And then they did one that's 2020 that I used to listen to. And I would listen to either one of those while I would be cutting the yards, either here or, Okay. Yeah, that's it. I can send you the link to the 2019 that I like. And, they've got lyrics, but some of they're just, I don't know. It's just soothing. And plus, I started listening to that one after my mom passed away. Mm-hmm. So I started listening to it in 2020. It was, I forget exactly when it came out, but it was the best songs of 2019 of Suicide Sheep, Mr. Suicide Sheep songs. And there is another one that if I want to be productive, it's supposed to be, and I may have mentioned this before, but it's for people with ADHD. Mm-hmm. So I'm pretty sure I'm self-diagnosed ADHD. Yeah. I know I'm about 90% confident I suffer from it.
You check some of the boxes.
Yeah. And then I keep checking boxes.
Yeah. You make up boxes.
I make up boxes because I'm not done.
And you question whether you're right. And
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You're never sure.
Yeah. So there's one, and I don't know if this is brown noise, but it's a constant like 40 hertz or something sound. Mm-hmm. And I've tested myself with this. I would start playing it, and then there was something I wanted to write. And so I would start writing, and things were just kicking, just flow. Huh. I'd stop it, and I couldn't write anymore. It was just like I'd get a sentence or two, and then things would just start falling apart. So if I need to do anything like real serious, I'll cut off like Suicide Sheep or anything else that's playing, and I'll run that. And I think it's 2 hours long or something, but I've just got it up in a tab. But I don't know. This is kind of cool.
I'm not sure what Katy Perry's Double Rainbow is.
Me either.
I may have heard it. on the radio playing somewhere, but
Watch the
I'm
radio.
not familiar with the song. But if they've done a dreamy remix, how long is it?
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know.
Because if it's a song designed to put me to sleep, it's going to take about 90 minutes. We're going to be here a while.
Yeah.
You know, a good 3 minutes 40, not going to do it. I'm going to be bored.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's all. You know, it's probably not for everybody. Probably for just those people like my wife who can fall asleep in 20 to 25 seconds.
My wife's the same way. We'll go to bed. We sleep
the things to envy someone for.
Yeah.
That's the top one.
Yeah. I'm right there with you. We sleep in separate beds.
Mm-hmm.
After you've been married for 30 years, you
can
discover
do without. Yeah.
it actually works better. Because I'm a terrible tosser. I toss all the time.
I'm a twitcher.
So our beds, the way they're set up in the bedroom is hers is on one wall, mine's on the other. So the foot of the beds face each other.
Mm-hmm.
She can lay down. I can lay down. Within 60 seconds, she's asleep. If I'm having a good night, I'll be asleep in maybe about 5 to 10 minutes. If I'm not having a good night, I'm still awake at 12 o'clock and we go to bed at 10 or earlier if we get the opportunity.
Yeah.
So yeah, to be envious, I'm definitely envious of that fact that she can just, and she's gone. I used to have my friend and old boss back from the Colony telephone days. We used to laugh at him because he would come in during the day. He'd sit down in a chair. We'd be having a conversation. And the next thing we'd hear is, and we look over at him and go, damn it. How do you do that?
Well, I learned how to sleep anywhere in the Army, but I've been out a long time. So that's gone.
I will occasionally do the, I've read, this is reason, and I don't know if this is accurate or not, but it was one of those sizes like, if you need to take a quick nap, then do it this way. This is the military way of doing it. And what I'll do is I'll get up against my bed, but I'm on my back, and then I put my feet up on the bed because I can't lay flat on the floor.
Right.
So basically my ass is right up against the edge of my bed. And then I'll just, usually within 2 minutes, I'm gone. And I take a 20-minute nap. I don't do this every day. And it's like, don't do it after 2 o'clock because that'll fuck up your sleep schedule. So as long as you can do it before 2, and don't do it more than 20 minutes because then you get into one of those sleep cycles because we all sleep in like 90-minute cycles or something like that. And so I've done that, but not a lot here lately.
Yesterday, I looked at my watch and it was like 1:30. I was like, I don't know what else to do right now. So I just fell face first on the couch trying to think about what to do. And I
woke up when?
I didn't know that I was waking up, but it was 3:45.
Oh, jeez.
I was like, I must have needed that.
Must have.
And then I went to sleep at 9:30 last night. Don't tell my clients.
Don't worry. I won't tell yours or mine. All right, moving on. You don't run VMware anywhere, do you?
Not anymore. Not since I taught at the college. But never
That's
anywhere
right.
in production.
Yeah. I've had it one time in production, but it was back whenever I used to work for CPI. We did it there. So anyway, talk about.
You want me to read this one?
Sure. Go for it.
I figured you didn't want to read it. VMware perpetual license holders receive a cease and desist letter from Broadcom. This is from Ars Technica. Following Broadcom's acquisition of VMware in November 2023, the company has begun sending cease and desist letters to VMware perpetual license holders whose support contracts have expired. This action comes after Broadcom ended the sale of the perpetual licenses and dramatically increased subscription prices by 300% or more. Fuck these
and
guys.
that was before tariffs.
Good Lord.
I know.
Yeah, I heard about all this and I was like, I don't know a single person who uses VMware. The cease and desist letters signed by Broadcom Managing Director Michael Brown, fuck that guy, demand that users stop using any maintenance releases updates, patches, or security fixes, except for 0 days security patches, issued since their support contract ended. The letters warn that continued use of such updates constitutes a breach of agreement and intellectual property infringement. Have I mentioned fuck these guys?
Fuck these guys.
Interestingly, some users report receiving these letters even when they haven't installed updates since losing support or have already migrated to alternative platforms like Proxmox. The letters also warn recipients that they may be subject to auditing, though industry experts note that such auditing would be difficult to enforce due to the self-reporting nature of the system. I can attest to that. Nobody has those good numbers.
What are they going to do? Send somebody out there to break your kneecaps?
Yeah, if it cost them money, I'd do it. Fuck them. Let them spend $300,000 to find out I don't even use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Let them. This aggressive approach by Broadcom has led many small and medium-sized businesses to either run VMware without support or switch to alternative solutions entirely. The move has damaged Broadcom's reputation among current and former customers and Twitter users.
Mm-hmm.
Though the company's financial success suggests they will maintain this strategy. These actions follow other recent legal disputes, including a resolved battle with AT&T over support service renewals and accusations against Siemens for alleged software piracy. So the company's financial success just could be numbers. It's just numbers in a database. It could be Enron or MCI, WorldCom.
I'm thinking it's one of those scenarios where I can't remember if it was Disney or Netflix. Could be both, where they raise the prices on their subscription services, knowing, and they even come out and said this, knowing that the attrition was going to be worth the amount of extra revenue that they were going to get, because they were going to maintain enough subscriber numbers to make it worth losing however many that they did. But the thing that gets me about this is the move has damaged Broadcom's reputation among current and former customers. It's also damaged your reputation on anybody else thinking about going to VMware.
Yeah.
Because if you know they're going to do you this way, fuck them.
Yeah,
Use
we're not
something
even looking,
else.
Not even looking their direction.
Yeah. Exactly.
They must have some crazy numbers as far as infrastructure that nobody can move off of.
Yeah.
Which
it's got to be
bullshit.
It's got to be with companies like AT&T and
huge contracts.
Yeah, huge contracts.
Verizon and whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah. It wouldn't be like us using it for, a handful of clients or whatever.
They don't want my few $100.
No.
Which would now be $1,500.
Because I remember it was $300. I think it was $399 or $499 when we put it into production in 2014 at CPI, I believe. So, and that was a perpetual license. I think it was a one-time license because we didn't want to do yearly. Did not do a support contract, of course, because didn't need it, and there was no thing forcing us to do it because we were only running like maybe 3 VMs under the thing.
Yeah.
So, and that was before I really knew what Proxmox was. And of course, back then, Proxmox would have been like version 1 dot whatever or 2 dot. Because when I first started using it in 2017, the first client I put it on was, we were in the 3X line. And before we knew it, they were already in the 5X line. And I didn't have a direct upgrade path. So, yeah, I don't understand companies like this. It's like, yeah, we got so much damn money. We don't need new clients. So,
but of the companies probably paying them hundreds of millions a year, they're getting great support.
Maybe they are.
Well, otherwise they don't have any other customers to help. So,
but also keep in mind, Broadcom, that's not their only revenue source. They make chips.
Yeah, but they got to make money from this VMware acquisition if it's going to make sense.
I think that's what they did. I see. Because I remember when that acquisition happened and everybody's like, hey, great. Broadcom made all these promises. And then when they bought it, and then like just a few months later, it was like the hammer went down. They just started, cutting this and stopping that and increasing prices. And people are like, what the fuck are you guys doing? You lied to us.
Yeah,
and
it
was
like private equity came in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it's like, Darth Vader over there going, pray that we don't alter the deal further. you know.
I mean, the original license should stand.
I agree.
You don't have to stop using it.
That's like, I can't remember. I saw a post that I cannot remember what the company was or what the service was, but basically these people had purchased a lifetime license, let's say perpetual license.
Yeah.
They had purchased a lifetime license. Another company comes in and buys that company. And I don't know if there was a time frame of like 6 months, a year or whatever, but suddenly the company that bought it said, oh, we didn't realize that there was lifetime licenses, and killed them. And people are bitching and complaining, rightfully so.
Yeah.
But I wish I could remember what it was, but I come across it yesterday or today and I'm like, are you kidding me? It's like company kills lifetime. The headline was something like company kills lifetime license because they didn't realize that they had them. And I'm like, wait a minute. And then I found out, it was a company had bought a previous company. And I guess during their disclosures or whatever, they didn't go, oh yeah, we've got a list of X number of clients or customers that have lifetime licenses.
That wasn't recurring revenue. And they weren't even looking at it.
They weren't looking at it.
Right.
Okay. Oh, this one's great. Microsoft looking out for us. Microsoft will soon allow AI to change your Windows 11 settings. That's it. You and I are about to be out of a job, Ben.
Oh, no. No, we're going to become counselors.
We're going to be IT counselors.
Yeah.
Techgrief.
Techgrief.com.
Oh, I like it. See if it's available. Microsoft has announced an exciting, I'm telling you, new AI integration coming to Windows 11. Was that dripping enough in sarcasm? That will help users manage their system settings more effectively. The company is introducing an AI agent that will be accessible through the Settings app, capable of adjusting system settings upon user request and providing assistance with troubleshooting tasks. The new AI assistant will be able to help users with various tasks like adjusting mouse precision settings, because apparently that is fucking hard. I don't know. Did you know it was that hard to adjust your mouse precision settings?
I've never really had to do that.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
I'm sure I could find it.
Yeah, I think I could too. And answering questions about system configuration. The feature will initially be released to Windows Insider Program participants using Snapdragon-powered Copilot Plus PCs before expanding to regular x86 systems. Along with the Settings Assistant, Microsoft is rolling out several other AI-enhanced features, including new dynamic lighting controls in the Photos app for Copilot Plus PCs, enhanced snipping tool capabilities, cropping and text extraction, AI actions in File Explorer for deeper file interaction. That one right there bothers me. AI actions in File Explorer for deeper file interaction. How deep do I need to interact with my files?
Deep down.
I guess. Copilot Vision Update allowing the AI to analyze browser windows and apps. What does that even mean? Why do you need to analyze my browser windows and apps?
I don't mind all this because I don't like clicking through settings and, fine tuning shit. It's fine. As long as when it gets it wrong, it hears me go, fuck! and makes the appropriate correction.
I'm concerned that it's going to analyze my browser window and then it's going to pop in and it says, Donovan, I noticed that you've been to Pornhub 4 times this week. Maybe you need to seek counseling.
We're gonna cut you off. You need to go talk to your wife.
Yeah, go talk to your wife.
No, because it will also analyze that you can't afford that crap because the system is so screwed up and it won't make that suggestion. Love how I pushed that soapbox in there real quick. Anyway.
These updates will first go through testing in the Windows Insider program. No, they won't. Before becoming available to the general public. They'll still be testing it on the general public. While Microsoft hasn't announced specific release dates for these features, they represent a significant step forward in integrating AI Assistant throughout the Windows 11 operating system. This move continues Microsoft's push to make Windows more intelligent and user-friendly, though some users have expressed concerns about AI having direct control over system settings. The company emphasizes that these changes will only occur with user permission.
Oh, so it's going to bother the piss out of me every time it suggests a change?
What is this, fucking Clippy 2.0? No. I don't want it.
If it is Clippy 2.0, they better give me the cool little avatars too. I'm just saying.
Clippy
used to
GPT.
love those things. Honestly, I'm thinking I would like it if I could go, I can't remember where this setting is. Could you show me where it is? And then it showed me.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily need it to change things for me, but I would like it if it went, yeah, we know how bad your memory is. It's over here. And just takes me to it.
There's this thing called a search box in the settings app that you just go mouse and it shows you everything that you need to know about dealing with your mouse.
Anything you can change about your mouse will
Yeah.
be in that department.
But my thing is the stupid little micro settings that I have to set up on my computer sometimes with the sound settings whenever I do a Windows update.
I'm not sure it's going to be that smart.
I wish it would be that. If it was that smart, they would actually win me over. Let's put it that way.
Okay, that's fair.
Because every single time it screws with those settings, and it's not as bad for me anymore because I don't have virtual cables installed. Back in like my last computer, before my Rodecaster got an upgrade and everything, it was freaking insane because I had all these virtual audio cables in. But now I get all the channels from my Rode and I'm good to go. But before then, if you had the tiniest little Windows update, it would change everything back to defaults. And you had to go in and change every stupid little freaking macro thing back to what you had it. And it's like, or maybe just make it intelligent enough to go, these settings, keep them. Okay, we did a Windows update. Switch all my settings back to what it was. If it did things like that, you would win me over. But I don't know if it's going to.
That's the same reason why, like Jason with Grumpy Old Geeks, he's like, whenever a new version of macOS comes out, he won't upgrade to it immediately. It gives it a good 6 months to make sure that all the apps that he uses for audio production, podcast, everything, is fully supported.
Yeah,
because if he upgrades and then suddenly he can't do a show, he's out of revenue.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
So, that reminds me, because you brought up Rode, Sam. You know they split the app out. You know how we had Rode Central?
Yeah.
Okay, Rode Central no longer is the app to control and manage your Rodecaster Pro 2 anymore. They have a new app called, hang on, let me get the mouse so I can move over here, called Rodecaster app. And it updates to 1.5.4, I think, on the firmware, which I did go ahead and update mine. The 1.5 is the one that I didn't want to do because everybody said they were having issues with. So I got an email last week that said, hey, we're making your life easier. For Rodecaster Pro 2, the Duo, and I think it's like 4 different things, you use the new Rodecaster app. For everything else, like other microphones and things like that, you use the Central. So like if I have launched Rode Central right now, it will not detect my Rodecaster Pro 2.
Okay.
Now, if you still have the one, the Rode Central still works for it.
Okay.
But since you mentioned it, I wanted to make sure I let you know about that.
Yeah, because I didn't know. It's probably in my email somewhere, but I have so many emails.
Probably.
I've gone through them.
I understand. Hey.
I've been too busy. I'm a master student. It's
bad. Okay, let's move on. Because we shit all over AI again.
No, we're not done.
No,
I'm sure.
I'm sure.
Probably more of it.
Delete any text on your phone that include these messages. I have actually gotten some of these.
I've gotten a couple. Yeah.
I actually I stopped a conversation that started with this, in air quotes, woman that thought that she knew me and asked me the next time that she was in Jacksonville, did I want to have coffee? And I'm like, I don't live in Jacksonville, but I didn't tell her where I live. Anyway, so a concerning wave of text message scams primarily orchestrated by Chinese criminal organizations is targeting both Android and iPhone users across the United States. The FBI has noted these scams are spreading rapidly state to state with no effective countermeasures from network providers or phone manufacturers. The most prevalent form of these scams involves, quote, wrong number text, which have reached tens of millions of Americans. These messages typically begin with a name that isn't the recipient's and include scenarios designed to elicit a response, such as confirming appointments, social events, or other seemingly innocent situations. The primary goal isn't necessarily to engage in conversation, but rather to confirm that the phone number is active and that the user is willing to respond. According to McAfee, 1 in 4 Americans have received such messages. Once a user responds, they become targeted for more sophisticated scams aimed at stealing personal data, financial information, and even complete identity theft. The FBI notes that despite appearing to be from regular people making honest mistakes, these scams utilize sophisticated technology for criminal purposes. The FTC warns that these exchanges often evolve into conversations with romantic undertones, which I think is where the one I was in was probably headed, potentially leading to investment scams and other fraudulent schemes. Experts advise users not to engage with these messages at all and to delete them immediately. Suspicious text can be reported to the FBI through www.ic3.org. You got any of these, Sam?
I have. Yeah.
Really?
I've gotten text like this for. I feel like this is a strategy that I have seen used, possibly not, but it's possible I've not gotten this group's set of text, but that strategy has come to me before. And as usual, I just delete them. I'm like.
So you did not engage in any conversations that have romantic undertones?
I did not.
I think all I've gotten, I remember getting a text just out of the blue from, I don't even know if it was a U.S. number, but it was just how are you?
Yeah.
I was like,
I will get those. It'll be like +13 and a phone number. Yeah, it's international.
Yeah. Or how have you been?
Yeah. How have you been? Let's do lunch. No. Yeah, I've gotten those too. But the one that got me though was that one. It's probably been about 2 months ago. I'm just sitting there on the couch and I start getting this text and it's like, hey, Donovan, how you doing? And I'm like, who are you? And it's like, I forget, it gave me a female name and it's like, we met at the such and such convention. I'm like, no, we didn't.
Oh yeah, I remember you.
She's like, you're not the Donovan from blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, I'm not. Well, okay, well, it's nice to meet you. I'm going to be in Jacksonville since I got you here. I'm like, okay. You know, and for a split second, I was like, maybe this could be a good booty call. But no.
Then you just reply, $1,200 an hour.
Yep.
Yeah.
Minimum 3 hours
right.
paid up front in non-negotiable U.S. currency.
That's right. Exactly. Okay, we'll move on.
You have until June 1 to save your passwords, Microsoft warns app users. Microsoft has announced significant changes. It's not a significant change to me because I've never even tapped the passwords part of the Authenticator app. To its Authenticator app's password management features. This matters to me not. But,
me either.
But maybe some folks have been using it for password management. Starting June 1st, 2025, users will no longer be able to save new passwords in the app. This change is part of a broader transition where Microsoft is moving password management functionality from the Authenticator app to the Edge browser where anybody can have them.
When I saw that, I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
This is just not going to go well. The changes will roll out in phases. In June, users cannot save new passwords. In July, autofill features will be phased out. And by August, previously saved passwords will no longer be accessible in the Authenticator app. However, the app will continue to support passkeys, and users who have set up passkeys for their Microsoft accounts should keep Authenticator enabled as their passkey provider. Microsoft is encouraging users to transition to using the Edge browser for password management, where saved passwords and addresses will be securely synced to Microsoft accounts. However, the article's author, Davey Winder, suggests that users should consider dedicated password management applications instead of relying on browser-based solutions.
No shit.
He recommends options like Apple's Passwords app for Apple ecosystem users, or 1Password for cross-platform needs, emphasizing that dedicated password managers offer more comprehensive security features and functionality compared to browser-based solutions. The change represents a significant shift in Microsoft's approach to credential management and reflects the company's broader strategy to fuck you in the head. To streamline its security services across platforms and just throw your data out to their co-pilot.
I don't know I still don't know how I feel about this whole passkey thing. I don't understand it.
I guess I got to study it more.
Yeah. I mean, I've started using them because it'll pop up and it'll say, I mean, even Bitwarden will do passkeys now, which is my password manager. And I'm like, okay, it's like, do you want to do it? Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Yeah.
And
I use Keeper, and I'm not even sure if it has passkeys.
Isn't that Google? Or am I thinking of something else?
Keeper Security.
Oh, okay.
KeeperSecurity.com. I wouldn't do a Google thing.
I have one account in the Microsoft Authenticator, and I don't know why, because I use Authy for everything. And I've definitely never used Microsoft's Authenticator store passwords.
No.
So I don't understand it. I don't understand why that was even a feature.
Yeah.
I think it was just, hey, that sounds like a good idea. And now,
an
equally bad idea. Hey, let's move everybody to storing their passwords in Edge.
So, Sam, you've got the Authenticator? The Microsoft Authenticator?
I didn't even know it could do password management. I just
either.
thought it was an authenticator.
I opened it up and found and went, there's a password thing on there.
There's a tab at the bottom.
Yeah.
And
the college I go to requires it. So
really, they require the Microsoft Authenticator?
Yeah, a lot of colleges do because they're
Microsoft
in the
Shop.
365.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've got Microsoft Intra ID, which is one of my company email addresses, but I don't.
That used to be Azure Active Directory.
Yeah, but
they changed the name.
I don't remember why I have it because for my email access and all, I have it in Authy. Okay, whatever. I know that whenever I had to tighten up email security for one of my clients, one of my large clients, I had to do all of the various things, and it started forcing them to use the authenticator.
Yeah,
which that was a joy to walk people through. But I finally just started going,
do it on the phone. When they're on their phone, trying to use their phone,
don't
as an authenticator.
No, don't. I have not successfully had that work. When someone would start trying it, I'm like, no, go to a computer.
Yeah, it's the first thing I say. It's like, do this at a computer.
Yeah, you do it at a computer. You don't do it on a damn phone.
Because you're not at a computer. Just call me back from another phone when you're at a computer.
Yeah,
I got one out in the field right now. She has still not gotten into her email.
I had to do it for one client on because her iOS version was below the minimum requirement for the authenticator, and I needed for her to be able to use her email that day. So I had to do it on my phone.
Yeah,
I'm like, fortunately, she's no longer there, and the email account's been deleted, so I don't have to worry about it. But I don't know, man. This stuff, I understand security, but for the love of everything that is, this shit is getting too complicated.
Well, you want to go the other way? We can visit the next article.
Yes, exactly. Let's visit the next article. I love this one.
There's security going the other way.
Yeah. This isn't even security by obscurity. This is
nothing that I've even discovered myself.
Windows RDP lets you log in using revoked passwords, but Microsoft is okay with that. It's an article over at Ars Technica. So Microsoft has confirmed that their remote desktop protocol continues to accept revoked passwords even after they've been changed, which security researchers argue creates a significant security vulnerability. I would say so. The issue affects Windows machines configured for remote desktop access using Microsoft or Azure accounts. Security researcher Daniel Wade reported this behavior to Microsoft, like any kind of good researcher would do. Hey, man, you got a problem. Explaining that when users change their account passwords, the old passwords remain valid for RDP logins indefinitely. This contradicts standard security practices where password changes should immediately revoke all previous access. This behavior occurs because Windows stores credentials locally and validates RDP logins against their cached copy rather than checking for the online credentials. Microsoft has defended this as, quote, a design decision to ensure that at least one user account always has the ability to log in no matter how long a system has been offline, end quote. Let that sink in. The company doesn't consider it a security vulnerability and has no plans to change it. They have instead updated their documentation to acknowledge this behavior. Security experts, including Will Dorman from Analogence, I've never heard of that company, but that's an interesting spelling. I kind of like it, criticized this stance, noting that it effectively creates a persistent backdoor that could be exploited if passwords are compromised. The only workaround appears to be configuring RDP to authenticate against locally stored credentials only, rather than using Microsoft or Azure accounts. The issue has been known to Microsoft since at least August 2023, but the company maintains that changing this behavior could, quote, break compatibility with functionality used by many applications, end quote.
All right, two things. This is a perfect example of it's not a bug, it's a feature.
It's a feature.
And so they discovered a bug and they're like, fuck it, we'll just write it in the docs. And now it's a feature.
Mm-hmm.
And two, what a profession we've chosen, Donovan. To be the explainers of this dumb shit to people, things that shouldn't even exist. You know how you have fun sometimes, but it's tiring.
You know how you have science explainers?
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, yes, we are tech explainers, and this is the level of bullshit that we're having to explain.
The challenge is using the fewest words possible to make somebody understand just enough to shut up.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I know, Sam, you probably really don't get the gravity of what this means, but, and that's, I'm not being derogatory. I'm just saying this is some outlandish dumb fuckery right here.
Yeah. Move all your passwords to Edge, but now they'll never fucking expire in that server.
I don't get it fully, but I think I understand enough. I understood enough words to go, why? Like, all you need to do is give me the concept of, what do you mean old passwords still work? That's all I needed. That's the part I understand. And that, I think, is enough for me to go, this is ridiculous.
You know, if you change a password for a Google account, there is an option that says log out all devices.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Done. Hello. This isn't even an option. It's like I changed the password on Azure, but yet it doesn't change it on the machine that I'm remoting into.
You can still log in with that new password, but you can also still log in with the old one.
Yeah. So if the old one, like I said, if the old one actually got compromised, the only fix, can you destroy the credential store? It's cached.
I'm sure there's a way, but you probably wreck the system. It's probably like a blockchain sort of thing. You can't just yank something out of the middle.
Okay, I need some more Microsoft fuckery. Hey, Sam, you want to take that one?
Oh, yeah, sure. Oh, I see why you handed me this one.
Exactly.
Microsoft hikes prices of Xbox consoles, controllers, headsets, and games worldwide, cites market conditions and the price of development. This is from Tom's Hardware. Microsoft has announced significant price increases across its Xbox product line effective May the 1st, 2025. The company cites market conditions and rising development cost as the primary reasons for these adjustments. The price changes affect consoles, controllers, headsets, and first-party games worldwide. The Xbox Series X has seen a $100 increase to $599.99. $600, while the premium 2 terabyte Galaxy Black Edition is now priced at $729.99. The digital-only version of the Series X has also increased by $100 to $549.99. The more affordable Xbox Series S models weren't spared, with the 512 gigabyte version raising $80 to $379.99, and the 1 terabyte model now priced at $429.99. Gaming accessories have also been affected, with the standard wireless controller now costing $64.99 and the wireless headset increasing to $119.99. First-party games releasing during the holiday season will see a $10 increase to $79.99, matching Nintendo's pricing for premium titles. I have an annoyance with that. I will get to that in a second. These price adjustments are being implemented globally, affecting markets in the United States, Australia, Europe, and the United Kingdom. While Microsoft has raised prices across most of its gaming hardware and software, it's worth noting that Xbox Game Pass subscription prices will remain unchanged for now, following previous price adjustments in the mid-2004 and June 2023. The company acknowledges these changes may be challenging for consumers, but maintains they were made after careful consideration of market conditions and rising development costs. This marks a significant shift in Xbox pricing strategy and reflects broader economic pressures in the gaming industry. Okay. My one annoyance about the whole, this is because of Nintendo. This was happening before Nintendo. These games were already getting to that price. Nintendo has nothing to do with that. I've been so annoyed at these articles that I have been reading that keep on going, because of Nintendo. No, Nintendo is essentially following what other people have done before them. So they're like, I realize that a lot of Nintendo fans, and I am pointing at my own group when I say this, but a lot of Nintendo fans do not pay attention to other games. Ergo, to them, that was, this is the first time. I am waiting until the latest WWE 2K game goes on inevitable sale, like it always does, usually near the end of the year. Because I am not paying that much for that video game. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that was way before we knew anything about the Switch 2. So this isn't just a thing that one company is doing. This is a thing that is happening across the board in video games, which I would argue now is prime pickings for indie game studios. Like if they really want to make a kaboom, don't change your prices. And most of them are not. And as a result, it's making the indie games look a whole lot more delectable right now. All of these cozy games that I tuck into and everything are just num, because they're all indie titles. And
well, they're not spending $20 million to produce a video game either.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I think is utterly ridiculous. When it's costing what good movies used to cost. And I'm thinking $20 million is probably on the low end now for some video games. $50 million in 5 years, and then they roll it out, and
because they make these things, pour all these details in it, make these massive maps and everything like that.
Oh, they're beautiful.
They've just bumped GTA 6 back again. And while everyone else is going, I hate this, I'm like, they needed time. I never get pissed off. Like, I'm like, you needed more time. So in other words, you're not going to throw this out here before it's ready. Okay. I don't know what to say to you. It'll be nice going back to Vice City because apparently that's where we're headed this time. But yeah, it's essentially like things be expensive, y'all. I don't know if you've noticed, but they slightly are. And this games were going to hit there too eventually. And unfortunately, it has now arrived. And I don't like it. I know no one else likes it, but here we are.
Fortunately, none of this really affects me. I don't think it affects you either, Ben, because we're not buying Xboxes.
Now, my kid earns his own money to buy that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm not buying Xboxes either, to be clear. I'm most of the stuff that would show up on an Xbox shows up on the PC. So I have my computer for that.
Yeah. I mean, the last console I purchased was an Xbox 360. That was it.
Yeah.
I've got it. Matter of fact, it's on a shelf behind you. Mine and Devin's whenever.
Yeah, mine's still on the shelf.
But, and I've never been interested in a Switch, not interested in a Switch 2. Any game that I'd want to play is either going to be on Steam, going to be on the PC. And honestly, I just don't play games.
Yeah, I tried. I tried again a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I mean, I let my World of Warcraft lapse. Thought about maybe, around Mother's Day, I was like, maybe I'll pay for a month. We'll get in, the little nostalgia. And no, instead, I fixed her breakfast and she hung out on the bed and we watched Jason Statham movies.
Sounds pretty good to me.
So that's what we did.
Yeah.
Because I literally went to Amazon Prime and I just started looking and I was like,
yeah, they got a bunch of them.
Hey, there's the Jason movie. You want that? He's like, I played the, because it was Homefront.
Mm-hmm.
I played the trailer for it and she's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. So then when we got finished with that, the next one that showed up was Redemption. Played the trailer on that. She goes, yeah. I'm like, okay. And at that point, after I was ready to take a break. But yeah, this industry, it's just, I've got nothing for it.
Well, I read that summary and I immediately said, they're citing development costs.
I'm thinking tariffs.
Maybe on the hardware.
Yeah.
Well, certainly on the hardware.
Yeah.
But development costs.
Mm-hmm.
I will say this stuff was going on before tariffs happened.
Didn't I just read something? And it turns out I did. As of April 2025, which is last month, Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella revealed that artificial intelligence is responsible for generating approximately 20 to 30% of the code in Microsoft's repositories. So they don't need it for development. They need it for the fucking power bill. for the machines writing the code.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, they're laying off developers.
Mm-hmm.
But there's development costs. So you got to get the voice actors and all the designers. But it's all going to be.
Plus, some of these also are coming from game studios that they don't own.
Yeah.
So it'll be a title.
Licensing. You got to pay all the lawyers.
Those damn lawyers. I told you. I'm not being a lawyer.
Furthermore, Microsoft CTO Kevin Scott anticipates that within the next 5 years, AI could be responsible for generating up to 95% of all code, with human developers focusing more on high-level design and problem-solving tasks.
This can only end badly.
Well, I mean, I've used AI to generate code. I wrote a speedometer app for iOS just to see if it would do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did it do it in Swift?
I just did it. I used my Mac to.
Well, it's got to be Xcode.
Yeah.
Either Xcode or Swift.
In Xcode.
Yeah.
I don't know what it did. I didn't read the fucking code.
But it worked.
It gave me the code. It told me what to do. It told me what to do in Xcode and, how to connect the iOS app and enable developer, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even remember because I didn't have to. And it did it. I tweaked nothing and it just did it.
But now if it breaks, you won't know how to fix it.
I can read the code. I can pick through it.
Yeah. Yeah. That harkens back to what was it that the guy released some big project and then whenever it started breaking, he couldn't fix it.
Something broke and he's like, guys, I don't know what I'm doing. But he was like 20,000 lines in.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know a single bit of Python.
Mm-hmm.
He was just vibe coding until it didn't work out. I guess they should have, taken a little Git primer before he started.
I do miss the days of the $30 and $40 video games.
Shit, 15.
Well, I was thinking, when World of Warcraft came out, even the first couple of expansions, they were like $39.95, then they'd go up to $49.95.
Yeah.
And then they would have your special editions, like you wanted the Mac Daddy, it was like $69 or $79, and it gave you some extra game time and all this other kind of crap.
My first buy online, pick up in store from Best Buy, that was like 2004. It was the game Empire Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Never actually played it. And I will say that buy online, pick up in store failed. They just canceled the shit and I bought it in the store when I got there.
Huh.
they They didn't have their shit together.
Empire Earth was a good game.
I'm sure it was.
We used to play the shit out of it.
I had a friend who played it. And I was like, yeah, maybe we'll. Yeah. Didn't. I couldn't. I'm just not built that way, I guess.
Yep. Moving on. You want to take that one?
All right. What are we talking about?
Passkeys.
Microsoft makes passkeys the default authentication method for all new accounts. This is from Tom's Hardware. Microsoft has announced everything's significant now. A significant security update by making passkeys the default authentication method for all new accounts. This move represents a shift away from traditional passwords towards a more secure authentication system. When creating a new Microsoft account, users will now verify their identity through an app they didn't know existed, through an email verification code, after which they can set up a passkey that works with the Windows Hello or their device's biometric security features. Passkey technology has been around since 2015. I didn't know that.
I didn't either until I read this.
We're old. Been around since 2015 with major tech companies like Google, Apple, and Microsoft leaving us behind, not telling us anything.
Yep.
Implementing support for it in 2022. All right, so it took them a while too?
Yep.
All right.
They had to figure it out.
Yeah, now that they've got their shit together.
They were like 2015.
Like, yeah.
Hey, this new passkey thing. How does it work? We don't know.
It's an app. It's an app. Go here.
Yeah, go here.
The system offers enhanced security by eliminating the vulnerability of traditional passwords to common threats like phishing, keylogging, and SIM swapping. Microsoft reports that this new approach has already reduced password use by over 20% in their experiments, whatever that means.
Yeah, whatever that means.
That number means nothing to me. The company has streamlined its login experience by automatically detecting the best authentication method for users.
I'm sure.
Chosen by Copilot. Right?
Yeah, probably.
It's a Windows settings and AI, right?
Exactly.
Chosen for you. Their ultimate goal is world domination. And to eventually phase out password support entirely. Even if a user loses their passkey device, their account remains secure as biometric verification is required for access. So you lose your phone, you got to, fly to Redmond and scan your fucking iris?
Honestly, that sentence made no sense. Made no sentence to me. It made no sense to me. If you lose your passkey device, your account remains secure as biometric verification is required for access.
Secure from even you.
Yeah, even me. Yeah. I can't get into it now.
Oh, cool. All right.
I think it means the Windows Hello thing, maybe, because you got to use your webcam on your computer or something. But yeah,
from a device that's already configured.
Yeah, if it's not already configured, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Yep.
This security enhancement is particularly significant.
Again.
Given that Microsoft accounts frequently face numerous unauthorized login attempts from around the world.
That's what happens whenever you used to own live.com and Hotmail.
The passkey system provides a more robust defense against such threats while simplifying the user experience.
It's not simplified.
By reducing the number of passwords people need to remember.
I don't remember the damn passwords to begin with.
Yeah.
I have a password manager.
I couldn't tell you any of my passwords anymore.
I don't want to know my passwords.
Well, I know the password to the password manager.
I do not. I don't even know it. It is stored on that NAS over there in a text document. That's the only place I have it. And that is backed up, encrypted to the cloud.
I do have, Keeper makes you do backup keys. Like if you forget everything, you can use one of these recovery keys.
Yeah.
I have those printed in the safe.
I don't know. I like passwords.
I like passwords, but I'm old school.
Yeah.
I don't write them down.
No.
They're just in my head. If I forget it, it's my fault. If they guess it, they deserve to get in.
Yeah, because Bitwarden generates all my passwords, and if they can break those, then I deserve to get got,
And I think the best thing that's come out of password managers is, well, for me anyway, is the reduction in password reuse. Like I don't have the same password anywhere.
Yeah, that is a good thing.
So they get one. Yeah, they can have that Steam account or whatever it is, but they're not getting into the bank and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yep. All right. We're getting into the short rows now. We got 3 more. I'm going to grab this one. Just because it's funny as hell to me.
sounds funny.
So over on The Verge, we have an article from the land down under. An AI-generated radio host in Australia went unnoticed for months. In a surprising revelation, an Australian radio station, CADA, I guess you say that as CADA, CADA, whatever, has been broadcasting a show called Workdays with, I'm going to say that the H is silent, so I think it's Thai. Featuring an AI-generated host for several months without listeners noticing. The 4-hour segment, which plays a mix of hip-hop, R&B, and pop music, uses an AI-generated voice and likeness modeled after an actual ARN Media employee from their financial department. The voice was created using 11 Labs AI voice generator technology, which is good, by the way. It's really damn good.
I've heard a lot about it, yeah.
And the show has reportedly reached an audience of at least 72,000 people since it debuted November of 2024. Notably, neither the station's website nor the show itself disclosed that Ty was AI generated, leading to criticism from industry professionals. Teresa Lim, vice president of the Australian Association of Voice Actors, has criticized ARN Media's lack of transparency, arguing that Australian listeners deserve to know when they're listening to an AI-generated host. The ARN CEO acknowledged the situation, stating they're trying to understand the boundaries between real and artificial content. That makes no sense. Okay. This instance adds to a growing trend of AI implementation in broadcasting following similar experiments by stations in Portland, Oregon, and SiriusXM. However, not all such attempts have been successful. A Polish radio station faced significant backlash after replacing human journalists with AI host, ultimately ending the experiment. Okay, a journalist and a DJ are diametrically different here. I mean, that's not the same thing. So I get that, but still.
A DJ is a performer, but in the middle of the night, somebody's listening to, like, maybe they're the only listener of that genre.
Mm-hmm.
Who wants to work that station? And if nobody wants to work that station, it just doesn't play.
But Ty will do it.
But if it can, with an automated DJ, fucking let it happen. Spotify's doing it.
Here's what's funny about this, though. Having run an online radio station for a year, and there's a guy on YouTube called the Radio DJ Dude. He's an actual former DJ of brick and mortar over-the-air radio station. And he gives tips and tricks he goes hard into artificial intelligence. He has videos on how to do AI-generated weather, AI-generated commercials. I mean, everything he can, he's like, if you want to be there, that's fine. But if you need a station that's just going to run 24/7 automated, man, he's got some, and he's not a programmer. He's not a tech guy.
Yeah. And
he's figured this shit out. I know exactly. I could create this entire 4-hour segment that they're talking about with the music and everything and an AI-generated DJ.
Yeah.
I could do it. It's not that difficult. It's a little time consuming.
You could even do news and weather.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So,
and you could even tailor that to wherever the listener is.
Yeah. So it's cool.
Yeah.
But I do get the issue with the whole Australian Association of Voice Actors.
Yeah, I get it. It's somebody could have had a job.
Yeah.
But I was thinking this was a broadcast. Oh, I was thinking it was just an internet radio station.
No, it's over the air.
Oh, this was a broadcast.
That's a little more intrusive.
Yeah, I mean, especially when you're sitting there and you're listening and you're like, this is a rocking DJ, man. I really like it. And then you come to find out that's not even a real person. I don't know. What do you think, Sam?
I mean, at least it was someone from their financial department and they didn't steal someone's voice. If they had stole someone's voice, you would have heard the sound of my desk being flipped. Because I'm going to tell you a quick story. I have voice acted in things before. I'm an amateur, but I've worked with professionals on a project. And one guy told the story of how he was sitting there with his wife and they were watching the television and a commercial came on and they paused. They were like, wait, that's my voice. I didn't record that. someone stole his effing voice through something and was making commercials with it. And he had to get into a whole ordeal of making them cease and desist and all that stuff because I did not give you permission to use my voice.
Yeah.
You know, if I was getting paid for it, maybe, but no, it wasn't.
If that were already broadcast, it wouldn't just be a cease and desist. It would be pay me.
Yeah. Pay me.
You owe me.
Yeah. I need some money.
Exactly. But yeah, so that stuff happens, and that's whenever I get a bit no, stuff like that. So I can totally see where the voice actors are coming from on this one, being an amateur in the midst, but voice actor nonetheless. But yeah, it's.
I mean, I don't fault them for doing it. I fault them for not letting people know.
Yeah. Because if they were letting people know that this was happening, I don't think I'd have a problem at all with it, actually. But it's the fact that they thought, we'll get away with this. I think that's the thing that's kind of grinding my gears a little bit, if it makes sense.
I mean, that's just like this show and the Tifton Talks newsletter. I make it abundantly clear in the newsletter that these are summaries that are generated by artificial intelligence. I don't hide the fact. I'm not trying to go, hey, look at me, I'm one hell of a journalist, and blah blah blah. No, I'm like, no, I do the work to bring this to you in a concise format that you can digest quickly and move on with your day. That's what I do. That's what I'm bringing. I'm not going out putting microphones in people's faces and trying to get the skinny, because that's just not what I do. And and we've made it abundantly clear that the things that we're reading here have been generated by AI. These are done by Claude because this is a thing that Ben set up. We basically send the link to an email address and it generates them and posts them to this website that we're using.
And now responds to the email with the summary in it.
And also has a webhook so that it shows up in the SouthGeek channel on Discord, the Tifton Media Group's Discord. So yeah, if you're ever in there and you see suddenly the SouthGeek channel lights up, it's probably because most of the time I'm the one sending the links, but sometimes Ben will send them, but it means something got sent. Yeah. And it's been added to the list. So I don't know. I think it's cool. Who here, before we read the next one, who here cares the most about Star Wars?
Not me.
I'm casual, you, Donovan.
Like filthy casual.
It's got to be you.
I guess I'm going to read it. I've actually seen the video of this thing.
And I want one.
Yeah, me too. The Volanaut, I guess that's how you say it, Volanaut, air bike brings the flying speeder from Star Wars to life. This is a site called Moss and Fog. Don't ask. So Polish inventor Tomasz Patton, I guess is how you say his name.
Sure.
Has created an innovative flying motorcycle called the Volanaut air bike that brings to life the iconic speeder bikes from Star Wars, particularly reminiscent of the ones seen in the Forest Moon of Endor scenes. This revolutionary vehicle has just emerged from stealth development and offers some impressive capabilities. The air bike is designed as a single rider craft that can achieve speeds up to 200 kilometers per hour or 124 miles per hour. What makes it particularly notable is its compact design and the absence of exposed propellers. The vehicle features a proprietary stabilization system enhanced by a flight computer, probably has AI, that provides automatic hovering capabilities and easy control for the rider. The riding position offers an unobstructed 360-degree view, allowing the pilot to feel completely immersed in the flying experience. Patton, who was previously a founder at Jetson, I laughed when I saw that. A company specialized in EVTOL, or electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft, has demonstrated the air bike's capabilities in teaser videos showing it hovering smoothly over mountainous terrain. While there's no specific timeline for when the public might get to experience the air bike, its development suggests we're moving closer to the era of personal flying vehicles becoming a reality. This innovation represents a significant step forward in personal aerial transportation, bringing what was once purely science fiction closer to becoming science fact. Yes, I want one of these because I've always thought it would be cool to get one of those personal one-seater helicopters. And that's how I go to my clients. I hop in the helicopter, I land on their roof.
Yep.
All I'm thinking is you inside of the little Nelly from You Only Live Twice, the James Bond movie.
Oh, yeah.
You'd have the weapons and everything on it. Be like, Donovan, why do you have those? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. But yeah, I've seen the video of this, and it's impressive. And I've seen him hover over, like in the mountainous area, and then there's some foliage up under it, and you can see the air. It's beating the hell out of the bushes, but you can't see any propellers or anything.
I don't know. It's between this and a robot assistant for the house. I don't know.
As long as the robot assistant looks like Megan Fox.
Either one can kill you.
What was that movie she was in where she's the android? It came out earlier. It came out last year. We watched it this year.
Megan Fox is an android?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, God. Now I got to look it up. It's a good movie. IMDb to the rescue.
We need an AI assistant on the show to answer these dumb questions we have.
I know, right?
Right.
Should get one for the other show.
Meg, it'd
be 4 hours.
Wow. If I could spell, I definitely need an assistant. Okay, come on. Yes, I'm looking for her.
You want me to fire up the app and beat you to it?
Hang on. He's going to try to beat me. Oh, subservience. Yeah. Follows a struggling father who purchases a domestic sim to help care for his house and family, unaware she will gain awareness and turn deadly.
That story's been done.
Yeah, but not with Megan Fox. Look, I'm not like, oh, gotta see everything that Megan's in. But the way she plays this android, the overt sex appeal through this thing is just, I was beside myself.
More than there was in the Transformers?
Yes. way more.
Or anything else she's been in?
Maybe Jennifer's Body. I don't know. But anyway, way more. Yeah, it's actually a good movie. The overall story, even though it's been done to death.
Yeah.
I know. Like, let's see, Megan is another one. But see, Megan is a horror story. Well, this is actually kind of a horror story.
Not
too.
anymore, it isn't. Have you seen the trailer for the second one? It's turned it into a freaking action movie.
Oh, yeah. That's like John Wick up in here. Yeah. I've never seen the first one all the way through. I've seen bits and pieces of it. Now I want to watch the first one so I could get prepared for the second one because I like the way the second one looks.
Same. Yeah, it's like, oh God, I'm going to have to watch the first one in order to.
Yep. I know.
Well, tell me how it goes.
Ben's like, I ain't got time for that shit.
I don't have money.
What?
I'm saving money. I don't have subscriptions.
So you can buy that robotic assistant as long as it's not from Tesla, because it's going to be
$40,000.
You're also going to have to pay somebody an hourly wage to run the damn thing because it's not like it's going to actually work.
Nope. It's going to show up in a box. I'll push a button. It's going to get up, and that's going to be it. I have to have the charger installed.
That reminds me of another movie. Hang on. Jesus, why am I doing this thing?
See, this is why I would prefer
are we in the after show
situation.
Oh, yeah.
My only problem was it would end exactly like that movie did. Mm-hmm. I'd be out of luck.
Yeah. Companion. If you ever get a chance to watch, this was Jack Quaid is in this. And it's another robot assistant type thing. Mm-hmm. But this one's a little different. And the storyline was pretty good. But this one's easy enough for you to watch, if you get my drift.
Why, is Jason Statham in it?
No, what I mean is it's easily accessible.
Oh. It's on my platform?
It's on your platform.
Or it's on a platform I have access to?
It's on a platform you have access to.
Okay, I can dig it.
Okay, I think this is going to be the longest show we've ever done. All right.
I've already gotten one text of concern just to peel back the curtain a little bit.
All right, well, we're gonna knock this last one out real quick. And
this could go forever. This last one.
Do we even want to read it? We just want to end it here?
What's that rash? Put some thought into asking Google for medical help. This is from the AP News. This AP News article discusses how to effectively and safely use online resources when searching for medical information. What? Didn't we do that before? I think I've left the emergency room with a printout from WebMD. Given to me by the doctor, yeah.
Wow.
So, that's not what this is about. When searching for medical information online, users should be cautious about which sources they trust and how they conduct their searches. Rather than clicking the first link, was what everybody does, which may be sponsored content. It's the first 3 or 4.
That's true.
People should look for credible sources like major health systems, Mayo Clinic, or government agencies such as the CDC.
The CDC prior to 2025.
The article warns about the limitations of using artificial intelligence for medical searches, noting that AI can sometimes make things up or fail to cite sources. When searching, it's important to focus on symptoms rather than presumed diagnoses. For example, asking, what could cause a lump under my skin instead of, is this lump cancer? The article emphasizes that the internet cannot diagnose medical conditions and should not replace professional medical care. Many symptoms can indicate either minor or major conditions requiring proper examination by a healthcare provider. For urgent symptoms like chest pain or stroke signs, people should seek immediate medical attention rather than consulting the internet.
Can you imagine? I'm sorry. I'm over here. I'm grabbing my chest. I'm like, Sanford and Son. Elizabeth! I'm coming, Elizabeth! And I was like, wait a minute.
And I just fire up ChatGPT and start a video of you. What do I do here?
Yeah, what do I do here?
Overall, the article advises using online medical searches thoughtfully as a way to learn about symptoms and prepare for doctor visits, while leaving actual diagnosis to medical professionals who can properly evaluate each case.
I can tell you from personal experience, not that I was with him, but when my dad was alive, he died in 2013. The number of times that he would tell me that he would go to his doctor with WebMD printouts in his hand to explain to the doctor what he had discovered about this medication and the reason why he thinks this was a better medication than what the doctor wanted to provide. And I have heard this doctor was a good doctor. He was well-mannered doctor, but this would get under his skin. And
you don't say.
Rightfully so.
Yeah.
Rightfully so. There's a scene, y'all probably don't watch this show, but there's a scene that there's a show called Dr. Odyssey. It takes place on a cruise ship.
And, I've heard about this show.
Yeah, Joshua Jackson is the lead. Anyway, so in one episode, he decides he's going back. He's trying to figure out what he's going to do with his life. Does he want to stay on the cruise ship or not as the doctor? So he goes back to visit family. He's got a twin brother, which is played by Joshua Jackson himself. And so he's doing this. He's going to do this interview at this hospital because he may take over and be the head of whatever. And so he's sitting in the waiting room, waiting on to see the head guy, which they were former classmates or whatever. And so there's this kid, and he's starting to exhibit some signs of distress and whatever. And he keeps trying to tell the nurse at the desk, he needs to go back. So they finally take him. He just takes over. He takes him and gets him on a bed. And then he starts explaining to the nurse what needs to do. And her line is something like, yeah, we all think that we know what to do when we read stuff online, on the internet. And then the guy that's in charge of the hospital said, let him step in. This is Dr. So-and-so. And she's like, oh. But that got me. That line was like, yeah, we think we're all qualified when we do our research on the internet.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Not me sitting here with a bunch of people that have seen people on TikTok explain to them why they're ADHD, so they automatically assume it. Not me at all. Like,
oh, I have asked medical questions to ChatGPT, but I don't blindly go, okay, well, that's got to be the answer.
Yeah.
But the fact that ChatGPT now actually searches the web, it's not just, I'm not saying that it doesn't hallucinate, but it'll tell you, I'm searching the web.
Yeah.
And so it's going out and it's looking for shit on the internet. And so how is that going to be any different than going and using Google or DuckDuckGo or Bing or whatever?
Yeah.
Or because a lot of times the ChatGPT is going to use what it's really good at is its sources. It shows you the sources that it finds the information from. Yeah. WebMD will be one of those sources.
Likely. Yeah. Or the Mayo Clinic.
Yeah. So
of course, it's no surprise. I got a spider bite one time on my arm. And I think I used Claude. And I just took a picture of it. And I was like, could this be a spider bite? Or what kind of spider might this be? And it was like, yeah, I'm not gonna pretend I can answer that. I'm like, what? I don't need a fucking diagnosis.
What do you think?
I'm in no emergency.
Mm-hmm.
Could this be a spider bite? Yeah, I don't feel comfortable answering that. You should really see a professional. I'm like, but I just want to know, maybe you've seen pictures of spider bites on the internet. Does this look like one of them? Yeah, I'm gonna pass. That's all I got. It
just gave up. It's like, no, I'm not doing it.
You can insult them, but they're pretty tough.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess y'all don't have anything else. That brings us to the end of this longer show. I'm pretty sure Sam needs to go eat.
There's more.
Yes.
There's another page of articles.
Oh, did I? No, there's only one.
Well, there's 2 articles.
No, there's not.
Unless it looks like 2 titles.
Yeah, it looks like 2 titles.
Okay.
We're going to skip that one. We'll bring it forward for the next show.
It's clickbait, sounds like.
Yeah.
An entire company was staffed with AI agents, and you'll never guess what happened.
What happens next? Yeah.
Oh, I got to know.
I forgot that one was even there. I'll either bring it forward or I'll delete it.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, that's going to bring us to the end of this episode of SouthGeek News.
That means Donovan's probably got to pee.
I have got to pee. I am starving and I have a headache. But that's because I'm starving, not because I got to pee.
Well, it's time to end.
Yeah, I know. Sam, when you're not here with us, where can people find you online?
You can find me on Twitter/X. I don't care. Have that argument with yourselves. Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch at TSC and Sam. And you can find all of my content at tscn.tv.
Cool. You can find Ben on this show.
At home.
Yeah, at home.
Watching TV or pretending to read a book.
Exactly. You can find me on Blue Sky at callmedonovan.com. Also, if you'd like to weigh in on anything that we've said on this show, you can go to southgeeknews.com/voicemail and you can leave us a voicemail there. And we'd be happy to have one and play it on the show, even if it's one that says, you guys are just a bunch of assholes or you don't know what the hell you're talking about. That'd be great. It would add some nice content to the show. I think it'd be awesome. Also, if you'd like to support the show, which, well, you'll get the behind the scenes or the pre-show, the post-show, or whatever, the stuff that we do not put in the main feed, you can go to southgeeknews.com/support. And for a measly $5 a month, you'll get access to that content. So that's going to wrap it up for me, for Ben, and for Sam. This has been SouthGeek News. Everybody out there, take care. We'll see you in about 2 weeks. Bye.
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 This has been a production of Tifton Media Works. Check out all our podcasts by visiting tiftonmediaworks.com.